up in here and share the live. Let's see.
There it is. All right. Let me share it on mine.
Y'all come on in. We with the top entertainment attorney in the Metroplex, baby.
Ew, I'll take that.
We got her. She in the building. Let's see. Let's get candid. T. Bri Bethancourt on balancing life, love, and work. Y'all come on in here and share. Come on in. Some of y'all on y'all little lunch break or whatever. Let's see. All right, we got that.
Make sure it shows up on mine. There it is.
It's on deck.
I'm on deck.
Already. We're going to wait till a couple more people come in this joint. Thank y'all for coming in. What's up, Willie B? Hey, Willie B, I have an entertainment attorney on right here that's in this live. Attorney Bri Bethancourt. That's what I'm finna be talking to right now, man. It might be somebody you need to reach out to.
Yes, Willie B. Come holler at me.
It could be your attorney and my attorney, bro. I don't do no tripping. Y'all come on in. Thank y'all so much. Y'all come in and share. Share me, Willie B. I know everybody on deck with you. Everybody paying attention to you, bro. Yep. Thank you so much, bro. Hey, share this live, bro. Share this live on your page. We'll get a few more people in here. We're going to get this thing cracking. You hear us pretty good, Willie B? Yep, we got this right here. We'll go right here. You got the comments. Okay. All right, y'all coming on in. Okay, I got y'all. I see y'all comments right here. So some of these comments I'll be able to kind of fill you in on.
Okay.
All right, we got the volume. Everything is good.
I think we good.
All right. You want to go and get rolling? Hey, what's up, my sister? What's going on? I have an entertainment attorney on the live today, Bri Bethancourt. She A1. Yep. That's what I should have put in the description. I should have put entertainment law, family law, and sports law.
We
Sports
don't do family law anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No.
She said I had to get away from.
I couldn't.
Okay.
Not my ministry. That is not my ministry.
Oh, man. She got tired of that, Jay. I had to fall back.
I had to fall back on the family law. But these cards were already made up, so that's what it says on there. So I see why you know.
And she is dope AF. That's right, my sister, Nicole Hull Esquire.
Yes.
Yeah, she in the building.
That's my girl.
Yes, indeed. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please share this live. Just share it on up so we can get some people watching.
Spread the love.
All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get rolling. I'd like to welcome Attorney Bri Bethancourt to Live and Direct. Today we're just going to talk. We're going to just shoot straight, enjoy our conversation. Hopefully we can drop some jewels out there for those of you, that's watching and that can utilize her services. She is an entertainment attorney. She's a very good entertainment attorney. She's also my entertainment attorney.
That part.
that part. So I know she's a great entertainment attorney. And we just going to see what she got popping in her life. She took a little time to come and hang out with us to see what we got going. So I'm honored. I mean, I really am. I'm honored. And I mean, I need to hand this over to you so you can let people know what you got cracking, man. What it do?
Listen, first of all, thank you so much for having me on here. I really, really appreciate it. And so, yes, y'all, I'm an entertainment attorney. Listen, that intro was amazing, okay? I don't know that I could do any better. But, yes, I'm an entertainment attorney. I do trademarks and business law as well. My name is Bri Bethancourt. I am cool. Somebody said I was cool. I am. Definitely love doing what I do, you know, and meeting people like you and doing this type of thing. Like this is, you know, this is my ministry right here. This is it. Okay. So thank you so much for having me on. And I mean, listen, I'm ready to get into it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you. I ain't gonna be too nosy. Well, I want to ask you, how in the world do you balance being the top entertainment attorney in this region? I almost say region.
Wow, come on through, region.
They better know who you
are.
They
region.
Don't know. They don't know. Now I ain't gonna do no name dropping. I ain't gonna do no name dropping. I ain't gonna do no label dropping. I'm just gonna say she worked with Banger Boy, and I know Banger Boy, so I'm gonna leave the rest of it where it's at.
There you go.
But how do you balance working with the clientele that you work with in the area that you work in, and your family, you know, life, just the mom outside of, you know, how does that even feel? Like you go home, you like an attorney, you gotta argue with judges, other attorneys, you gotta do all this stuff, and then you gotta go home and be
mom,
a regular person.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So you're right. Like it's different hats that I have to wear, you know, throughout the day. But you're right. Like I'll go to court, or I'll, you know, be negotiating with record labels or whatever the case may be. And then, like, you know, especially like during the school year, then I have my 8-year-old daughter who don't care nothing about none of that.
None of it.
She want a hot meal. She want me to play with her, you know? And that's all that she knows. Like she doesn't know anything about what I do or you know, what's going on outside of her, right? Mm-hmm. And so, but I love it. Like I love it because I'm one of those people who, like, I ain't here for the attention. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the fact that I can go home and just be, like, that's my thing. That is my thing. So yeah, I mean it's a balance, but it's a good balance. It's a good balance. I've figured it out. It's just a matter of just knowing when to take off my cape and put on my mommy, you know, smock. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
So what drives you? Like what made you want to be an attorney, and an entertainment attorney specifically? Like, are you a content creator? Are you a musician? Or what's up with that? Like, what's your reason why?
Okay. So, yes, I'm a content creator. I've always been a visionary. I've always created content before they gave it a title, right? Mm-hmm. I've always entertained. So I don't dance. I don't sing. I'm not an artist, right? But I've always just entertained. I've always been a content creator. So what made me, back up. I've always wanted to be an attorney, period. I just didn't know what type of attorney I wanted to be, right? But I knew I wanted to. I didn't like the way people would bully other kids when I was smaller. I didn't like that. So I would always stand up for, you know, the little guy, you know, and go to war behind somebody I don't even know. Like that was always a thing. And then I always had a mouthpiece. If I felt like he was doing some type of injustice, and back then it was, you know, a teacher saying something mean, you know, like, but it was always
checking the teacher.
Listen, I don't care the age. I was coming for you. So, you know, I've always been like that. So being a lawyer was like that was just something that I knew I was going to do. What happened was I went to college up here at UT Arlington, and I needed a job. So this is back when I'm aging myself, but this is back when Six Flags Mall was popping, right? Mm-hmm. Were you here when Six Flags Mall? Do you know what I'm talking about?
We're
talking about 98 to 2000.
No. I moved here in 07.
Okay, so I don't know Six Flags was popping in 07, but this was back when Six Flags was it, right? So they had a CD store called Eargasm CDs and Music.
I heard of that before.
Okay, so I went in there, me and my homegirl. She was like, oh, look, they're hiring. So I went in there, I was like, hey, can I get a job? The rest is history. They made me the manager of their store, but the owner also happened to be Panamanian, which that's where my family's from. My family's from Panama. So he happened to be Panamanian and also the like a big wig at Red Rum Records that was based out of Dallas. So they brought me in not only to the record store, but also to the label. And then that's when I met all kinds of people. I was involved in parties. I was just doing things, that I had no idea happened behind the scenes. And they thrust me into that life, and I loved it. And one of the parties that they had at Hard Rock Cafe, one of the guys that came to the party, he was an entertainment attorney. I didn't even know that existed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got into the habit of being like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And this guy was like, I'm an entertainment attorney. I wish I knew his name. Like, that's who put me on to such a thing existed. It was the combination of the best of both worlds, right? Mm-hmm. So that's when I decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do entertainment law. And here I am.
Hey, man. Wow. That's like one of those stories where you kind of almost, you get inspired by somebody. Like you're doing something, you're just kind of living life, you're going through, finding your way. And then, you in your case, and a lot of people's case, you bump into somebody and say, oh, that's a real thing?
Right.
But let me do that. Let me see what's up. I got to go get these people 8-9 years of my life. Like how long did you have to go to college?
So you have to get your undergrad. So that's 4 years. And then law school is 3 years. And then you have to pass the bar on top of that. Mm-hmm. And then you become a licensed attorney. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
So, and I have to make sure, because I'm talking to my attorney and an attorney, if I ask you something that you really can't answer, on a live or something that's not to a case, or something that you shouldn't answer on a live, just say or whatever. But so I have a recording studio. Mm-hmm. I deal with a lot of recording artists. I deal with people in film. I do film, movies and that thing, type of thing. So what is the first thing, right? Because I have a lot of people who kind of try to navigate through this industry without an entertainment attorney. Mm-hmm. I always kind of tell them that that's the wrong approach. But like, what would be some of the things that, you're not talking to me, right? Just for the people watching.
Right.
What would be some of the things that they would need to retain you for, so they can make sure they don't get screwed over? Right. Did I ask that in the way?
Yeah,
okay.
You did. So the main thing, and we're going to keep this real easy. The thing that you need to retain me for in the entertainment industry is any contract that you are being presented with, or any contract that somebody is asking you for. Okay. There's a lot of things that happen, a lot of things that they throw in contracts, and retaining an entertainment attorney does not mean that you can't read or you don't understand what's in the contract. That's not what that means. And a lot of people get that confused. Oh, I read it. And I get that all the time. I read it, and I understood what was in it. That's what's up. But did you understand what was in it in relation to what you need to do or what they're asking you for? And also, there's things that are not in the contract that should be in the contract that you don't even know should be in the contract, right? So people need to realize that, especially when you're being presented with a contract, they've drafted that contract for their best interest.
Their best interest.
They didn't draft that contract for your best interest. And so it is your job to do your due diligence and read through the contract, or hire somebody to read through the contract for you, to negotiate certain terms that you don't even know exist or should be negotiated or can be negotiated. So I absolutely, any contract that's presented, whether it's you giving it to them or them giving it to you, you need to have an attorney, an entertainment attorney. Y'all, stop going to these family lawyers for entertainment law. Y'all working on me, okay? Don't stop going to these family lawyers for these events that you're throwing, or this big boxing match that you don't do that. Like, go to an entertainment attorney. The family lawyers know family law.
Right.
They don't know what should be in that contract for entertainment. So, there you go.
So that's very informative. I hope those of you who are watching this live, whether it's live right now or you watch it as a replay or whatever, I would actually, can you go ahead and drop your information now while we in the middle of this? And I'll tag it again at the end. So can you make sure they have your information?
Absolutely. So for those who are watching and those who will be watching later, again, my name is Bri Bethancourt. My business is the Bethancourt Law Firm. My number is 1-833-4, the number 4, BRI Law. So it's 1-833-4 Law. You can also catch me on Instagram at Issa Lawyer, ISSA_lawyer, and catch me on Facebook at the Bethancourt Law Firm.
Y'all hear that? Y'all reach out to her. She the one now. I'm telling you. I ain't gonna tell my business, but she the one. You hear me? So I do want to ask you, what do you do with your free time? Like, do you just kind of float around aimlessly reading law books?
Ooh.
You go sit in the library by yourself and, oh no, none of that.
Listen, y'all. I ain't that type of lawyer, right? So I think what sets me apart from other lawyers is that I'm an attorney that, yes, I'm an attorney, right? And yes, I've accomplished a lot of great things. But I'm also Bri. I was Bri before I was an attorney, and I hold on to that like steadfast. So I feel like what sets me apart from my colleagues is that I'm not untouchable, unreachable, And so I say all that to say, I like regular schmegular things, like I go shopping. I like to hang out with my friends. I like to, watch movies. I'm not in the library at all. I'm not even sure if I know what a library is around me right now, now that we're talking about it. But I'm not in the library. I'm not doing, all of those things. I'm just a regular person outside of the law. I'm a regular person. So I like to hang out with my daughter. I mean, all kinds of, travel, all that good stuff.
What's your favorite place to go?
To travel?
Yeah, you know how we have these places where it's like you have multiple places that you've experienced in the past, and then you have this one place that every time you feel a certain way, you can go to this place in the world, and it always like rejuvenates you, replenishes your energy. Like, what place is that for you? Or is that just a me thing? I don't know.
So that's Panama for me. So I mentioned earlier that my family's from Panama. So both my mom and dad are Panamanian. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of family still in Panama. So and my grandma's still alive. So for me, that's Panama. Just going back to, remembering all the fun times I had as a child there, growing. I used to spend summers there. So just having all those memories and going back, and now being able to bring my child to create new memories with her, that would be Panama for me.
Wow. What is the food like? And can you give me an example of like a Panamanian cuisine? Like, I've never been to Panama, and I honestly don't think I've ever ate Panamanian food. Right. So can you give me is it going to be jerk chicken? Is that going to be involved?
No, so that's more of the Jamaican. That's more the Caribbean. But we do have Caribbean influences, right? Okay. And so it's going to be more Spanish. So Panama is a Spanish country. Mm-hmm. The language there is Spanish. The food there is Spanish. But it's going to be a little different than like what you experience here. Here is more Mexican food that you're going to eat on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. And that is a little bit different than Panamanian food. Just a little bit. The taste is different. The way they cook it is different, all that good stuff. But it's going to be Spanish food. So we got the arroz con pollo, the tamal, you got all of that good. Listen, it's amazing. You're going to have to get you a Panamanian plate.
I'm going to go to Panama.
You gotta go to Panama. It's beautiful.
I've never been to Panama. I'm gonna go. I won't go either. Let me see. This is what's this, June? Mm-hmm. If I don't go this year, the fourth quarter of this year, I'm gonna go next year in the spring.
Go. Yeah. And let me know. You let me know, and I'll
call the plays. You gonna give me?
I'll direct you where to go. Let me know. It's amazing. What is the country for you?
This is gonna sound weird. It's not the. It's okay. I do really, really like DR. Mm. And I like DR not because it's, one of those things where everybody, like, I'm going to go to Dominican Republic. When I go to DR, when me and my family go to DR, we go in the city. Yeah. We go where the shit popping. We don't it's a different experience when you go somewhere and you stay in the tourist area. Mm-hmm. That's not really that's not really going on a vacation. No. I want to go to the hood. Yeah. I want to go to the places where, miles away from, and some people might call that crazy, but listen, there's a camera right there. Y'all ain't went on a vacation till y'all went on a vacation in a foreign country and go mix and mingle with the foreign people
Yeah.
in their element.
Yes.
Like that's when you really vacationing.
Because those resorts, that's a facade. That's just that resort in that little area. Once you get off the, you know what I'm saying, the resort grounds, like it's amazing how even the scenery just immediately changes, and the people that you're seeing all of a sudden that they look different, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, like if you're not hitching a taxi and that taxi driver ain't taking you to his house for his mama to cook for you or whatever, like you're not experiencing the country like for what it really is. And so I'm with you. I implore everybody to get off the resort, like get off the resort and go deep up in there. You know, visit the local bars, the local restaurants. You know.
Yep.
So I'm with you on that.
But my place though is it's in the United States and it's in California. I love California, and what I do when I go to California is I do what I call beach run. I'm a beach runner, right?
Okay.
I get on Pacific Coast Highway, and I just go to this beach, go to this beach, go to that beach, go to that beach, go the whole trip. I mean, I could do that the whole trip. Like the last rental car, we rented a rental car. We put 1,700 miles on people's car. in like a week. I'm not exaggerating. I remember because I was like, wow, we really did some beach running. We was all over California. We went from as far north as Ventura Air Force Base, and we went all the way down to Laguna Hills, all the way down to San Diego. We went on this doggone highway, which is, I think it's Ortega Way 49, Ortega Highway or whatever. It's south down there by Laguna Hills. I forgot the name. I just said it.
The Laguna
Hills. But it's south down there by that. But if you go and you keep driving, you end up driving on a mountain, right?
Yeah.
And man, when I tell you, there's no guardrails. It's exhilarating and it's scary as hell.
At the same time, yeah.
But when you get through crying and creeping around all these corners and all this stuff, you end up on a place called Lookout Point, and you're sitting on the top of Lake Elsinore. It's breathtaking. Yeah.
California is beautiful, just period, man.
Yeah.
I love Cali.
Yep. Yeah, Cali is a different vibe, man.
It is.
It's a whole different vibe.
It is. And the scenery. It's beautiful. I can't explain it. You have to go. It's a beautiful, beautiful landscape.
So what do you do? Man, I don't want to come off like I'm being nosy.
Go on, be nosy. You don't do it.
You dating or what, man? What's happening? Because I mean, you know,
that part.
Why not though? Come on, Bri.
So I'm dating. I'm trying to date. I don't know how to put it. So I'm not dating anybody. I'm not in a relationship.
Right.
But I am dating, you know, and just trying to meet people and whatnot. And so yeah, it's a little hard though.
What make it hard? I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna just tell you what I think.
Please do.
Is hard.
Help me.
I think some men are intimidated by you a little bit.
Okay.
Not that they
my
have
personality
to,
or what I do.
Not that they even have to be.
Right.
But when they find out you a lawyer, they get like, oh man, I can't be with this bullshit with Bri, man. I gotta be on my A game, all this type of stuff. But like I mean, you're really like a cool person. And that's like separate. Like you have this skill set where you can partition that from your relationship and your motherhood journey, like all of these things. But like I feel like men, not all men, some men, depends on the caliber. Do you like them hood niggas or what? Do you like what kind of
them hood ones? I like a reformed thug.
Okay, I was just about to say now, because if you like them little hood dudes,
like no, he gotta have let that go.
He gotta be in the past.
He
gotta still be able to weigh up a kilo, but tell you I don't mess with that no more.
I don't know if I weighed up a kilo, but yeah, he had to have. I like a little edge, I like a little edge. So yes, I do like a reformed thug. I don't know if maybe that's my downfall.
Right. No, I'm not saying no, because there's some really good brothers who been out there. Okay, so I'll say this. in your defense, not that I have to defend you, but like I think it's really good to experience a man who has been in the streets, not in the streets in the sense of being wild, but somebody who know what's going on out there and knows how to navigate through life without being out there. Right. Because like that's a shelter that a lot of women don't have.
Right.
Because you'd be like, so, hey babe, let's go there. No, man, over in that region over there, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot, they active over there.
Right. Right. And we won't know. Like we'll just be like, let's go. There's a restaurant over there. Like we won't know. And so I like that. And I like somebody that can, like you said, no longer out there. You can't be active out there.
Right.
But then, but you, like you say, you're doing your thing. You're working, you're an entrepreneur, you're working, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You stay home,
Right.
And then when I have my little things, a lawyer gala or whatever, right? You can dress up, you can
clean up,
boot it,
clean up,
and we can go out there and do, and you're able to exist in both worlds. Like for me, that's what, I like that. But I think what's happening is it's one thing for me to tell you that I'm a lawyer. I feel like if we're going to call these strikes, I feel like that's a strike, right? For a man, feeling like, that's a lot. Then I tell you I'm an entertainment lawyer. A lot of people don't know what that is, right? So then I explain what an entertainment lawyer is. And then you're like, okay, it's different, right? Then I do interviews and magazine features, and I'm doing, I'm guest judging, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. My path. You in the mix. Different. It look a little different. Right. So I need somebody that's real secure in themselves because I'm around females. This is a male-dominated industry, right? So I'm around men all the time. And so I just need somebody that just is comfortable with that and lets me do me though. You can't cuff me. You ain't gonna keep me.
Right.
You gotta let me do me and let me do it the way I feel like I need to do it.
So you could join in. You could join in.
Yeah, you can come
on the journey, but don't
cuff me though.
Bri, you can't.
No, yeah, that ain't.
Bri, don't go over there with them niggas.
And then because now you messing with my money,
yep.
right? And this is how I feed my daughter. This is how I clothe her. This is how I mean, I'm her main provider. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. You can't take food out of her mouth and expect for me to be okay with it. You're gonna get a little argument on your hands.
Right.
Right.
I can feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I knew that though. I picked that up on you, earlier. You ain't playing. I'm a vibe person, but I know you solid though. Obviously, I know you solid because we locked in.
Yeah.
But tell me, what is your ideal? What is your ideal endeavor? Like, what would you love to, as an entertainment attorney, what type of endeavor would you like to go into as a joint venture or, a partner, or just be a fly on the wall, or just be the attorney for? Like, do you say, I wanna, well, that's kind of weird because you already do a lot of what I would imagine you're about to tell me.
So on top of being an attorney, I'm also a speaker, right? So I do motivational speaking. So if everything went the way that I absolutely would love it to go, then I would probably do more speaking than I do lawyering. Okay? Because there's going to come a point where I would want to do just what I want to do and nothing outside, not have to do anything outside of that, right? So I would want to speak, travel to go speaking, and then just deal with my entertainment clients, period. And that's it. Nothing else. Probably not the trademarks, probably not the business, right? Just the entertainment. If I was able to choose. Now, don't get me twisted. Like, I love trademarks, right? But entertainment is where my heart is at. So speaking, entertainment, and then I would probably be done with that. If I could choose.
Speaking of trademarks, that is, to me, that's like at the top of the list when you're getting an organization established, when you're getting a business ready to do commerce, right? Right. I can't ask you to. Let me see how I can word this. I got to word stuff right with you, especially when we on live. We ain't on live; it's different. What what will you let me know? I'm just gonna say
Just
it.
gonna say it.
So, what advice? Um, no, that's not the right word either. So, how do you deal with a client, right, who don't understand the importance of trademarking?
Okay.
That's the best way I can say
Okay.
that.
Okay. So pretty much what trademark is federally protecting your business name, your slogan, your logo, pretty much, right? And so by trademarking it, you're getting it federally registered, meaning that nobody in the United States of America can use what you have legally protected, right? And the importance of that, especially now because we're in a social media type of world now, the importance of that is that you come up with a dope name. It's dope. Not only is it dope to you, but it's dope to everybody else, right? And they may feel like, oh, I like that. I want to be Banger Boy Studios too, right? You want to have something in place to say, nah, son, you can't be Banger Boy Studio because
Not the nice son.
Not son, you can't do that because this is, you know what I'm saying? I've protected my name. You know, I protected my logo. I protected. So that, I don't even know if I answered your question, but that is pretty much why you need to get trademarked and what a trademark is. Is just being fair. Now, a lot of people are like, you know, well, if I put it out there, it's common law. Yeah, but common law is only within your state. You think you ain't got no friends outside of Texas?
Right.
You know, like,
Or fans.
or fans
people
that,
who
you
watching
know,
your
yeah.
business.
Like, you
Right.
think ain't nobody peeping you outside of, come on. So, you know, trademark is definitely, the LLC in Texas is, I think, your top priority. And very shortly thereafter, a trademark needs to be, you know, somewhere on your rear view because you need to get that. And then it takes, right now, it's taken over a year from the beginning of your application all the way for it to be registered with the USPTO. It's taken over a year.
I've heard a few people tell me that they's like, yo, man, it's right now the process has been extended.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll tell you, say, hey, don't be careful or be cognizant that this application is still in the process, right? Of getting trademarked or whatever. And so you still can't just assume that this is that you have a trademark.
Correct.
Right?
Until it's registered.
Right. So once it's registered and you get the correspondence back, then you're good. But until then, it's almost like you still can't be out there wilding out, throwing your logo up here, logo down there, and slow. I mean, you can do what you want to do.
Right. And it shouldn't necessarily stop you, but like you say, you need to be cognizant, right? That you're not fully registered yet, right? But yeah, no, it's a slow roll. And people think like this is something that's going to happen like the next 2 weeks. It ain't. It's not. So, yeah.
Gonna be right back after a brief commercial break.
We still on live?
Yeah, we still live. You can still be talking. I'm just.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Well, everybody, don't go nowhere. Hold on. Nicole is crazy. Tell me something. She's trying to say that the dating pool is pissy. It is.
Yeah, I seen that. I thought that was funny, actually.
It is. She ain't lied. Hey, Nicole. She ain't lied at all. It got a little floating boo boo in it too.
Well, everything.
The little floating boo boo, it still got it on it.
Let's see, 2 slots.
Sorry, y'all, we were having some technical difficulties out there. So we will definitely be back here in a moment's notice. But I do appreciate y'all for tuning in, those that I know and those that I do not know. Thank you so much for the support and for bearing with us. Because we're about to be right back in this thing. And this is a dope studio, y'all. If y'all are ever in the area, ever in the DF y'all come through, check out the studio. The setup is dope. The vibe is dope. They decorated it pretty nice in here. There's a reel on my page. If you go to it, it gives you a little, little sneak peek, a little tour of the studio and all that they have going in here. So if you're an artist, a producer, engineer, anything of that nature, a podcaster, y'all come through and show them some love.
Okay.
You good?
We are good.
All right. You're back.
Oh, back. Thank y'all so much. Man, I believe it or not, I did a very rookie thing, and I forgot to format the SD cards. And they didn't have quite enough memory on them, so I just had to put, new SD cards in there. So we back live and direct. With yours truly, Attorney Bri Bethancourt. So as we resume this conversation, what she say? We in here?
We in
They tripping. I like her all.
She's an attorney too.
I see.
Yeah, she's an attorney too.
You next, Nicole.
I know, right?
Y'all here?
No.
We're gonna have to get her on the Zoom.
I think she's in Atlanta or something, yeah.
Oh man, that's the
But she
place
dope.
right
She
there.
funny.
Yeah, she rolling out there.
Listen, y'all don't want to get these old stuffy suit. Can I give some tips on how to pick an attorney?
No, go ahead. Boom, boom, boom.
So here's some tips. Aside from you already got an entertainment attorney, so you don't need no tip on that. But the other attorneys, right? Here's some tips. Number one, just because, how do I put this? How do I put this without going all the way off the hinges, James?
Just be real, my fan. These people on here real on my timeline.
I don't speak for this is not pertaining to everybody and all the attorneys, because I have some really good colleagues, but I am in a lot of attorney groups on social media where it's just attorneys. There's nobody else that's allowed in the group. And some of these things, especially when we've had these big political issues going on, especially with like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, some of these attorneys that don't look like you don't like you. I don't know how else to say it, right? Unfortunately, what I've run into in our community is that we feel like if they look a certain way, then they're better. But I'm telling you, they're taking your money and they don't like you, okay? And again, I'm not speaking for all of them, but I'm just going to put that on the table. You do with it what you want to do with it, right? And that's only because I see things that y'all don't see. I'm in those conversations that y'all are not in. And then I'm in these groups where people that look like you got to defend you when you would never come to somebody that looks like me, right? So just understand that. Again, not speaking for everybody. Also, there's nothing wrong with your attorney having personality, y'all. Like the stuff that y'all see on TV, like that's not.
That's fake.
Like, it's nothing wrong.
That's fake news.
That's fake news. There's nothing wrong with going with an attorney or choosing an attorney that's not dry, boring, and speaks in monotone. It doesn't mean that they do the job better or not. It probably means that they're slightly depressed, but that's really the only difference, right? Like, you know, we got to break that mold of attorneys can't, you know, have fun. Attorneys shouldn't, you know, have any type of personality. We got to break that. So, you know, that's just some of the tips that and then guys, we have office hours too, you know, like the office hours, like you gotta, you know, you can't be hitting me up on Saturday, you know, expecting to do a consultation on Saturday. Like, that's not what that is. I have to, have work-life balance and spend time with my daughter on the weekends, you know, and after hours. Like that time is for her, and I make sure that I really adhere to that because it's important, you know, for her and for me. So anyway, we have office hours. To stop it with the Saturday stuff, and don't jump in my DMs with a full-blown story of your situation. I don't like that, and I'm sure other attorneys
Ain't even retain you yet.
Ain't even retain me. Can I ask you a question? And don't even wait for a response. Just go with books. I'm not.
Yeah, man. That. So the nigga pulled up on me, right?
I'm not reading that. And then I'm gonna shoot you away on how to book a consultation because again, you're asking me for legal advice. I went to school for that, and so you know, it is what it is. But stop with the DMs. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna get off my little high horse.
Hey man, I think that was appropriate actually because. It's totally different, but it's the same. You're absolutely right. So in this industry, in the music industry that we're in, you know, I'm an audio engineer. Mm-hmm. I'm a cameraman, just to kind of say it modestly, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a lot of colorism in the entertainment industry. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes some of us will be like, yeah, man, who's the engineer? And I'll be like, you know, me or whatever. And they'll be like, This always catch me off guard. They'll say, yeah, man, I got this white dude that been my engineer for you know. Like, I mean, what is that supposed to mean to me, bro?
Right.
Like,
right.
I mean, it's really weird, but it happens so much. Yeah. It's worth noting. Yeah. So I'll say that it's very appropriate to state that what you said, like, hey, don't
look past us.
Don't overlook us because we look like you.
Yeah.
Because you know we have the education, the history, the know-how, the skill set to accommodate you. Absolutely. You know, on par or above par compared to our counterparts.
Right.
So So I thought that was necessary. You know, we can have fun, we can laugh and joke, but at the same time we have to get better. We have to get better at not, not shunning away or not, displaying in some sense, I guess, colorism and not doing business with Black-owned businesses or businesses of color, you know, because of a predetermined thought process.
Correct.
That, so no,
listen, I'm all for pick the attorney that works for you and is gonna fight for your cause, whatever they look like. But pick them because that's what you're picking them because of, right? Don't discredit somebody just because we've been to think one way or another. Not only that, like you said, there's like in family law, there's some things that we can culturally we just understand. We understand. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why baby girl has to get her hair braided every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. Like you don't have to explain culturally those things to us, and then we could better advocate for you because we understand, right? And so those are some of the pluses of why you should, go with us. Not only that, entertainment law, I get the same thing. A lot of them, you hear a lot of things about, other attorneys. My thing with that is that those attorneys will never listen to your music. My clients, they send me their music before it hits. Bri, what you think? Because that's the type of relationship I established. Not only that, anywhere I pull up, quarter otherwise, you're going to hear it out my truck, right?
Because, like some of these artists don't know, sometimes your attorney is the people that get you in the door with the labels.
Yeah.
And they have no, like they don't know, like this, oh man, I dropped a major gem just then.
You did.
Like, it's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead since I already started talking about it, but it's crazy that a lot of people in this industry don't have an entertainment attorney.
I agree.
And the entertainment attorney is the person that gets you in the door with the people you're trying to go see.
Well, okay, so let me clarify that, because now
He's like, don't blow my line.
because now it's becoming less of a thing for attorneys to do that. Now it's more the managers are doing that. It's hard pressed to find an attorney that's gonna shop your music now, just because we ain't got time for all that, right? So I've even looked for them because they coming to me and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't do that. Like, I don't do that, and I don't know an entertainment attorney that does it. It's getting harder and harder.
Oh wow,
to
the
get
scene changing up a little bit. Woo, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah. But I mean, that was a thing. That was a thing. You had to it was either your manager or the entertainment attorney. That's it. So yeah, just for clarification.
Yeah, because I do remember a time where entertainment attorneys, the way the contracts were written or negotiated, I guess it was in the entertainment attorney's best interest to go to the label, I guess, depending on how the contract was written.
Because they had that relationship and it was, but things have changed. And so that's not necessarily the case anymore.
That's good. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. So, but people still come. People still, even on film and on the music side, they still come and they ask me, and I don't do it, and I don't know anybody. And I know entertainment attorneys. I just don't know anybody that does that anymore.
Oh, wow. Well, believe it or not, a lot of these guys don't even have managers either.
Man, listen, and these little raggedy contracts that are coming across I said it.
It's like, this your management contract?
Listen, y'all, don't have no thin skin when you come to me, because I'm going to tell you, be like, I know. Did you just sign this old raggedy? So you came to me after you signed this raggedy contract, Again, yes, y'all are smart. Y'all are very intelligent out here. And I'm not saying that you aren't, but you just don't. Y'all are bringing me 5-page artist management contracts. Them things should be 20 to 30 pages minimum, right? You bringing me a 5-page and, hey, Bri, do you
They taking all of their obligations out of the contract and leaving.
And then tying you into.
Yep.
So they don't. So this, let me tell you. Can I tell you? Can I share?
You can share.
Can I overshare? There's a contract out there that I was made aware of, an artist management contract where the artist is paying the manager a monthly fee to book him. Stop it. That is not a thing. You know what I'm saying? So then whether he gets booked or not, he is responsible to pay this manager a monthly fee on top of the 15, 20%, whatever they're collecting on top of that, whatever you perform. Mm-hmm. Y'all. Why? This is what we read that and understand that you are to pay the manager. You need the entertainment attorney to tell you that you shouldn't be paying the manager, y'all. And you're right. It takes all their responsibilities out, and he's getting paid regardless of whether he does the work or not. And looks for you, invoices you on time every month, and you ain't did a show or nothing. Stop.
That's why these artists fall out with their managers. I guess for me, a lot of times I'm either in a situation or not in a situation based on how legit a person carries himself, right? Like how legit a person does business. What's your energy like, your vibe? Like, what's your intention when you're dealing with these artists? Are you trying to get over on these artists? Are you trying to help these artists? Are you being fair across the board, or are you just, because, I mean, quite frankly, are you just taking advantage of these artists' lack of understanding of entertainment law?
Yeah.
Like sometimes, they'll get their lawyer, managers will get their entertainment attorney to draft up something. And then, I've seen managers, like you say, they'll shed 20 pages out of the contract that obligates them to do what they're supposed to do as a manager, but obligates the artist to do what they're supposed to do as an artist.
Yeah.
So it's like it ends up being a one-sided contract. A one-sided contract. Because any good entertainment attorney, I think in good faith, and I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with me on this, when they write a contract, they try to make a contract as fair as it can be across the board. But at the same time, there has to be a consideration. This is how there has to be a consideration for your client to not lose. I'll give you a situation. If if I come to you and say, hey, I want to do a contract with this artist and I want to do this. I want to own all the music. I want to do all this. And you, as my attorney, right? I think in general, I think entertainment attorneys or all attorneys have this, I guess, this moral obligation, which some of them probably don't. But I guess the way that I look at it is they're supposed to like look at it and be like, do you really want to essentially steal all the rights to the music? Like,
Okay. So let me clarify that real quick. If you come to me and you say, Bri, I want all the rights to everything. I want all the things, right? It is my job to say, James, I don't think, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? And talk you through it. But if you was steadfast that you want all the things and that's what you paid me to do, I counseled you on it, but I'm going to draft the contract the way you want me to draft it.
Well, no, that's exactly what I was saying.
I'm going to draft it. Now, let's say you're the manager, right? Now I'm drafting it. I'm stacking it up for your best interest because you're my client, right? It is up to the artist then to read the contract and or have it and negotiate on their behalf, right? It is up to that artist. But have I written contracts that I'm like, you sure you want to do? Or, like it's not fair. No, it's not fair, And I'll tell my clients that's not fair. Are you sure? And if there's hard pressed on it, I will draft it. But
I guess
I'll
that's what
know.
I was saying. But you just proved, like what I was saying as well. Like any attorney would would be like, okay, bro, like, do you really want to do
They
this?
should.
Right.
Yes.
And I think that's what I was trying to convey. I was trying to say that they should, like, bro, do you really want to do this? Or, but okay, you paying me, this is going to be your relationship, not my relationship.
Not mine. Right. Not mine. But yeah, this ain't cool. This ain't, yeah. So, but then you have a lot of attorneys that don't have any morals.
They don't care.
They don't care. And they're going to just, you say, do A, B, and C, and then they're just going to do A, B, and C, and that's it. They don't care. And so again, you just have to be mindful of who it is that you're hiring. Check, go on their website, go on their social media, figure out who it is that you're bringing on your team.
Yeah.
And that's what I always tell people, like, if you hire me, essentially, I'm part of your team. Bring me into the meetings. Bring me into the conversations. Like, I want to be a part of all that because I want to know the backstory so I can make sure that I'm, that we're on the same page.
Right.
You should have that type of relationship with your attorney.
Absolutely. That's what I love about your approach with things. Like if I'm thinking the wrong thought processes about a situation, you never hesitate to say, hold up, Jay, that's not all the way how it needs to go. Or you're right, you're absolutely right, but this is the consideration. So like I want to go ahead and just commend you on camera. Like I love that and I appreciate that. And I think like honestly, like, I really feel like I really wish it was a way for like all the artists in the DFW to retain you. And everybody just pay you like a ton of money and all you do is just like ride around and go make sure contracts are straight.
Listen, that was my dream job. Like, how do we make this happen?
See, like she's already, they pay her every month. They dropped a big check on her and she just go around the city making sure.
Absolutely.
Because this is how I envision. If we get the paperwork straight on the music scene in the DFW, and people start to produce music because they're protected, then I think that the music scene in the DFW I think it'll take off.
Absolutely. Y'all are leaving money on the table. That's what I don't know.
They've been leaving money on the table for a long time because this is the problem that I see a lot of what's going on in the DFW. You have producers that have dope beats. You have dope ass artists that have no beats. And the producers are so scared to give artists the beats because they feel like the artist is going to steal their beats and run off with their beats and blow up. And it's like, why don't y'all just have an entertainment attorney draft up an agreement, and when you get ready to give somebody beats, you just have them to sign the agreement.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. I feel like that's one thing that's gonna hinder the DFW on the music. It really creates a problem for attorneys as well.
Yeah.
Because if they're not using the entertainment attorneys here in the Metroplex, then you end up with attorneys being retained by people in other places. You know, like, hey, most of my client base is in Houston. Most of my client base is in, Wichita Falls or whatever. Wherever the people who retain you, and then they're saying, hey, I see you're in Dallas. I see you in Mansfield area. Can we? My workload is too heavy at this point.
I can't accept anymore. And that's exactly, most of my clientele is outside of Texas. Most of my clientele, Cali, East Coast, they're all over, but most of them are not in Texas. And that's just what it is, And so, no, you're absolutely right. Y'all got to paper this stuff up. People think, first of all, as anybody that's in the industry knows, you have to invest into this.
Yeah.
You have to invest into studio time, all of that. You have to invest into it. But also what should come with that investment is an attorney as well, right? Should be part of the investment. And then not only that, like you're, so you gotta have an investment. You gotta have an attorney as an investment. And then it costs more money for me to fix the issue than it would have if you allowed me to come in. There you go. It costs a lot more money. And then I don't even do litigation. So now you got to bring in an attorney, preferably, who litigates in entertainment. You know how hard that is? I found one guy in Houston that does it. So now you in DFW with a litigation. I can't help you. You got to fly in Houston guy to come fight this guy. Y'all, why? The litigation minimum, you're looking at about 10, 15,000. Minimum. I charge less than that to review your agreement.
Yeah.
Like, stop playing with it. Stop playing with it.
Well, I do want to thank you so much, my sister, for taking time out of your day. Like I said, I'm grateful that you are my attorney.
Yes.
And I'm glad you are my friend as well. I'm glad you took the time to come by and, drop a couple jewels, make sure. My main purpose, I'm going to say this to y'all, okay? My main purpose with bringing my attorney onto the show is to stress the fact that if you're going to do music, if you're going to be in this entertainment industry, if you're going to do film, right? If you want to, I'm an actor, I'm a cinematographer, I'm a director, I'm a artist, I'm a producer, I'm an engineer. You need an entertainment attorney. Yes. You're a manager, you need an entertainment attorney. You need to make sure that you have someone on your side when you need to have these contracts reviewed, somebody who's going to give it to you straight. And it's a plus when they cool, I don't want no square as no, I don't have to worry about this with you, but I don't want no square as my attorney because sometimes you can have a dialogue with somebody and the chemistry just ain't there and the whole business relationship falls apart because y'all on two totally different planets.
Right.
So again, thank you so much, my sister. And
course.
I'm asking, can you one more time tell these people how to catch up with you?
Yes. Y'all make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram at Issa Lawyer, ISSA_lawyer. Okay, you're gonna all my happenings, everything that I'm into, I drop gems, everything is gonna be on there. Also, make sure that you like my business page on Facebook, the Bethancourt Law Firm. My number is 1-833-4-BRI-LAW. Give me a call. You can call me anytime, but I can't get back to you until business hours, okay? I will also drop that information in the comment section for everybody to, refer back to.
All right, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.